afternoon, and good evening for whatever time you are watching this video. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about being a family finding specialist, which is a career that I'm currently doing. And for this position, you do need to have a bachelor's in human services, so, social work, behavioral health care, probably criminal justice, all in those realms. That's what you need to have. Hi, hello. I'm interrupting myself to say that if you need some escapism or want to feel nostalgic, then you should check out my second channel. I have a big thing for the letter R, apparently, so the other channel is named Rewatch Rewind with Rena. That's me. Over there, I re-explore movies from the past and see what lasting impact they've had all these years later, among other things. So check it out if you have the chance. A link will be in the description box. I did not have to have an experience for this role, even though I do have experience in this field already, being case manager, etc. My coworkers, these are their first jobs in the field. Some of them. So I know you don't necessarily have to have experience. So a family finding specialist is someone who helps once a child is being taken into foster care, taken into custody by the state. We assist with helping relatives, family, friends, non-relatives, people that are willing to take more information about the case. And essentially, we will use our tools, online tools such as Facebook, to look for family members, and use different online tools to just compile a list of potential prospective relatives. And usually we'll go ahead and get permission right off the bat to contact them. And so we'll just go through the list. And so a lot of my day is calling people and hearing, ding, the number you have called has been changed or disconnected. Like, there's this episode in of Seinfeld where Kramer, he's trying to fax something to Elaine, and so she keeps answering the phone and hear and she like goes off pretty much and like mimics the sound in their ear, like screams it. It's a funny scene. Anytime I hear that disconnected noise, I always think of that Seinfeld episode. So you get a bunch of disconnected, you get a bunch of people who are like, if you get the wrong number, sometimes people get upset, like, don't ever call here again. I'm like, this is okay, I won't. I don't plan on it. You're not the person I'm trying to reach, so I don't know. Just people with attitude. I don't know. But you do get those calls of people who are related, and it's always a little weird. People don't necessarily understand what the position is, so there's always some kind of like, huh? Who is this? What is this? Like, you might have to explain yourself a couple of times, like, this is my role, this is what I do, before you even are able to verify if they know the parent, because that's what we use, the parent's name. So you just have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared to just use your customer service smile through the phone and work through, have lots of patience while you're talking to people, if you do actually get in contact with them, because like I said, it's a bunch of disconnected calls. So we have to go through that, and sometimes you'll have people who are interested in being the placement option, but they live out of state. So pretty much there's nothing you can do on your end, or there's nothing I can do on my end, because the child protective investigator is one who will need to start the process to get a home study for them being out of state. So I just gather their name and let them, the CPI, know that they're willing to be a placement option. Pretty simple and straightforward. But if they do live locally, then more than likely the child protective investigator is going to ask for a home study. So the CPI, they do their background, and then as the family finding specialist, I have to do the home study, ask questions, and it's a big, large form. So you go through the home studies asking questions like, do they have any medical conditions that will impede them from being able to be a caregiver? Are they on any medications that have any side effects? What is their home like? Do they have any dogs in the home or pets in the home? And do they get along with other people, strangers? They have to provide references, and we have to call the references, and just see if there's any concerns for the person as a caregiver. And it's pretty detailed. It goes into how they were raised, how they discipline their children if they have children, or how they plan on disciplining if they don't. And it's a pretty detailed form that we have to go through and fill. It takes about like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, especially if the person is giving a lot of information. So it's a pretty long, you're on the phone with them for a good amount of time, and so you have to do those, and then you just type up. We're typing into a form, and then we get that to the CPI, and they're the ones who have to upload it into our system. Part of that too is the CPI can just request us, like they already have a relative, we don't have to look, and they will request us to do the home study. And sometimes you do have your parent, your caregiver that will let you know, like, oh no, I can't get it done right now, but call me back. And then you call them back, they don't answer. So you do have those experiences as well, where you have to make your continual efforts to get the home study done or get the contact completed with whoever is someone who is going to be a prospective caregiver. We do have, or I have to attend the CTS, which if you've been on my social worker playlist, you should know that's the case transfer staffing. It's between the case manager and the CPI, where they transfer the case to the case management agency. So we attend, and we'll talk about our efforts, and sometimes we're able to, usually, the only time we really have to talk is if there's if the child is not placed with a relative or non-relative. Then we have to communicate what exactly we talked and we didn't reach anybody, or we did talk to somebody and they're out of state, or we did talk to somebody and they want to get to know the child first. So we have those kind of things we have to discuss at the CTS. That's typically it. You have sometimes where somebody will call you after the case transfer staffing, so you just communicate with the case manager about, oh yeah, this person did talk to me, they called me back and they are interested. And usually if it's not too far, you'll still do the home study for them. I haven't had this experience, but my supervisor, they did have responsibility to do the long-term cases as well, so they were supposed to be the ones that followed up after the case transfer staffing and continue to make efforts to locate relatives and non-relatives, and when the child is in foster care. So those were considered long-term, and in my position, I'm not currently responsible to do that. We're just responsible for doing them when they're the emergency shelters, in that short time frame. We also attend different meetings. So when the child is first removed, there is a meeting that goes over the case. So we have to attend those, and sometimes if we don't get the referral, then that's an opportunity for us to get assigned to the case. A lot of times we will also have a caregiver needs assistance referral. So it's just like a overwhelmed grandmother, for instance, who just is like kind of fed up and is needing assistance with the child. So we'll locate or try to locate a relative who can maybe provide respite, give that caregiver somewhat of a break, and while services are put in place. So we'll look for those as well. And then I have our monthly report that I'm responsible for putting together of all the cases that I worked on for the month. I have to put that into a spreadsheet and give that to my supervisor. And that's pretty much the position. It's very chill position. So that's why I really enjoyed having this job while I was in the later part of my graduate program. I wanted to make this video just to show you that you don't have to be a case manager in this field. There are positions where you don't have to have client contact. At the bachelor's level, they are, few and far apart, but they are there. You just have to be willing to just look and search and look. But you could definitely probably find something. It probably would be competitive. I don't know. For people who are, just interested in not in taking a break, maybe they're burnt out or something. But there are positions out there where you don't have to be a case manager. So this was Family Finding. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, questions, or critiques, definitely leave them down below in the comment section. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.